Hello and welcome to another Town to City video where we are sat looking over the area we built out last time, this lovely Parisian district. We are going to be continuing to work on the areas near here a little bit in this episode. And if I can demonstrate, the area I really want to build out in this episode is kind of more out back here. This is quite a big area, so I'm not sure exactly how much will fit in, but I want this to be kind of transitioning back out of the high density area we've been building up here, back into low density. So let's go ahead and get stuck into the video. So one building I would like to include again, still around this lake, is a building we didn't build out last time, but we did unlock, and that is this social club. So we have not yet placed this one in the city, and I think it would look really good somewhere overlooking this park. Fits in quite well with these bourgeoisie houses. So I think we could go ahead and perhaps build this one here, just in this gap between the trees. Maybe draw the road up to it a bit as well. Seeing as we're fully stocked up on research points, we may as well choose one of our benefits, or one of our things we can upgrade. And I think I'll go ahead and get stronger alcohol so that the pubs can continue to have a good effect as we build out more houses. And we may as well get these higher class taxes as well. It means we can set the tax rate a bit higher for some of our bourgeoisie residents and maybe our artisans as well. And apparently this is going to change our town hall, so I guess let's go ahead and do it. Cool, I think that's made it a lot more fancy. Let's go and take a quick look. Oh yeah, it's really cool now. I'm enjoying how that looks over in this spot for sure. I can't remember if we had any decorations on the town hall. I think we might have done, and they've probably been deleted, but that's all right. We can now click on this, open our taxes menu. Now we had to put taxes up to 11% for town folks when we were trying to raise a bit more money. I actually don't think we really need to do that anymore, so let's just have all our taxes at 0 for now. That way we can maximize their happiness, and we've got plenty of money anyway. Okay, so here is our little social club, and that is going to require 8 artisans to come and work in it. It also requires, looks like, rose and lavender to function, but luckily we're producing a lot of that over in our farming town. So that seems like a good excuse to go ahead and build a few more artisan houses. And I think we could go ahead and sort of build them a bit more spread out around here so that maybe we can give them each a bit of a garden or something. We haven't done that in a while. So I've built 4 houses out like that, and then I think we'll extend our road network out this way. Probably along this cliff top. We can go around these trees because they're quite nice. And then we can go ahead and move a couple of families into these. I think I would maybe like these houses to be 2 stories tall each. I don't think they need to be 3 stories tall though. There we go, they have all got a little road connection now. Let's get another family in there as well. And then I think I'm going to want to build some little stone walls around them to give these houses some kind of little gardens. And perhaps I'll leave a little gap where you could also get into the garden if you wanted from the side over here. There we go, I think that looks pretty good. We can give them a nice little square in front of their house as well. Perhaps with a tiny little statue like this. I think some little picnic tables could also look quite cute around here. It's being a little bit off the beaten path. And now we've got these new little postbox items. I definitely want to use those a fair bit as well. Could even put a little postbox in the corner over here. And then I think probably just a few more streetlights along here. There we go, I've kept it pretty simple over in this part of town. Let's see if this family would like to move in somewhere now. Yes, they're very happy in any of these houses. And that should mean that we are able to fill up this social club with workers now. And I would like to give the social club a bit of a garden as well. This definitely feels like the kind of like, I don't know, members club or something, where you might want a little bit of outside space too. Perhaps these guys could have a nice enclosed hedge. And I definitely want to include some of the new gazebos that we've got, I think, around in this garden. And then we can have some little picnic benches in those. And we're definitely going to want some trees. I think that is looking quite nice. Maybe we could sort of string some ivy along this conservatory. And someone told me that you could also add some flowers to the ivy as well. Oh yes, we can add these little flowers in here to make some flowering ivy. That's wonderful. There we go, I think that looks pretty good now. Let's get a few more people moved in. We've got some people wanting to live near a food item. I wonder if that means we should go ahead and unlock our restaurant as well. Yeah, I think let's grab that. And we probably want a few items in this backyard as well, so I think we could go for a couple of dog houses. Maybe a few little seating areas out the back of these houses as well. A little gardening table could also be cute. Some logs for the winter. Never goes amiss. And then maybe also a bit of a barn as well. I'm assuming this is kind of more like a garage. We could even draw the road up to it. Yeah, I think that looks good. Then I think we could go for a few more houses just along this stretch of road as well. I think these ones could be townsfolk residences as we head into an area of slightly lower density. And I'm going to pop in some trees behind them as well. There we go, so they're kind of blending into a bit of a foresty area. Of course, they all need a lamp. And a few little balcony decorations as well. There we go, they look pretty good. Okay, and I've just been busy moving a few people into most of these houses. I will keep going with that in the background. We're full on research points again, so I think we could go ahead and grab these library cards. That will just help our library serve more people. And we have not yet placed our restaurant, so let's maybe think about perhaps placing it here, overlooking this cliff again. This is our final food item that we've unlocked. Now I think I'd like to place it a bit further back and maybe have some kind of seating outside. I think we could do it like that and then give it a bit of a fence. I might even use this lights fence, that looks quite cool. There we go, that's pretty good, just need to make sure it's got a road connection. Nice, and then let's give it a few more decorations, such as these little wooden signs. It could have the menu on it. And then I think I probably want to paint the ground. Might go for this kind of sandy colour. I guess I'm imagining it's more of a light stone than actual sand in real life. There we go, and then let's place down a few tables around it. There we go. And one more building I would like to unlock to finish off the decorating for this is actually going to be the candle maker, because that means we're going to be able to unlock the candle decorations, although I need to be a bit patient and save up some more research points before I can do that. So let's go ahead and move a few more people in the meantime. For some reason there is zero demand for this restaurant. I don't know if that's because of an issue with how I've drawn out the roads or something. There seems to be some kind of issue with this area here. There we go. Okay, maybe that's because there was a rock there or something, but anyway, I think we can kind of just use this as a bit of an excuse for detailing instead. Maybe we could just have a tiny little fountain there and a couple of small benches. There we go. I think we've made that road look a bit more natural. And now we can add artisans to this restaurant. There we go. I really love how those lights look around that restaurant. I think we could probably surround it with a few more trees as well. There we go. That looks pretty nice. We'll just tidy up this road a bit. And I think a bit like our other clifftop roads, perhaps we could do with just having a little bit of a fence along here, just in terms of realism and safety. Unfortunately, that one seems to clash with where the rock used to be. Maybe we just pretend that they're fixing this piece of fence for now. I don't really know how to squeeze a fence in there otherwise. Looks like we are able to place a couple of plants, so I think I'll go ahead and do that. And that can be our safety measure there. There we go. So we now have enough research points to go ahead and grab these candle decorations, which is what I was waiting for. So let's quickly go ahead and finish off this restaurant with those. I did not realise that you could also turn these candles into window boxes. I really love how that looks. Why don't we have some lanterns lighting the pathway as well down here. And I think a few plants around the place could also look good. There we go, I think that's looking pretty nice. These houses over here are lacking a little bit of the housewares need, so I think we could go ahead and place down our candle maker somewhere nearby here. It has a pretty high range. I think it could look good perhaps in that slot, just like this. We can always move it a bit once it's built if we want to. I think that looks quite nice there. I'll just make sure I paint the road up to it. And this building definitely needs to be decorated with some candles. And I am slightly running out of items we can put outside places. I think we could go for this little well, maybe, by this candle shop. And perhaps a few barrels as well, along with some boxes, as though they might be having some deliveries. I think we should have some street lights coming along this path just to help light the way. And then we can go ahead and build out a few more townsfolk residences over on this side, I think. So while we're fully stocked up on research points, I am going to go ahead and grab the last two items from this city menu. I think we have built out pretty much everything else. And that is going to be this water ballet and also this apothecary. And then I also want to make sure all of our roads are connected up over this way as well. And I think these houses over here are also crying out for a little more decoration. I might just level two of them up to be slightly taller and then leave the other ones looking more cottagey. But yeah, let's go ahead and help them fit in naturally to the landscape. There we go, I think they look pretty nice. And I think I'm going to go ahead and build a few more houses in this slot here, just next to the lake as well. And then I would like to leave a bit of a space in here, perhaps to build out just a tiny little kind of lake beach. And let's see if we can get a few garages in this bit as well, or this barn building that I always think kind of looks like a garage. Oh, we've got a family that want a pet. Let's see if there's one we can grab from the shelter. We've got this cat who adds 5% happiness, so let's go ahead and get that one. Then we can move this family in, perhaps very near the pet sanctuary if they love pets so much, and then we can go ahead and apply our pet from the inventory to this house. And I think maybe these two houses could stand to be slightly taller, but apart from that I'll keep these bungalows to the quite low down height. And let's go ahead and build out a little bit of this beach. I absolutely love how these little candles look over on this pond. I think I would also perhaps like to get a couple of swans on this pond as well. They can each travel in their little pairs. In the meantime, we can add some decoration to these houses here. And I think with that last bit of decorating, that's probably just about where I will leave this episode for today. We didn't do too much of a big build in this episode, just some kind of residential expansion, which was a bit needed in this part of town. But I have an exciting plan for next episode where we are going to be returning to Fontabrac, our farming town, and building out a bit of a funfair peninsula. So with that, I really hope you enjoyed watching the episode. Thank you so much for watching as ever. If you did enjoy it, please consider liking the video or maybe even subscribing to the channel. But for now, I will leave this here and I'll see you in the next one.